I'll be able to hang in there.
What was the injury?
On my knee.
What's going on, guys? It's Justin, and I'm back here with another video. And in my last video, I ranked my top 10 most hated Packers players, so it's only right that I go into my top 10 favorite in this one. Now, because the Packers have been pretty good over the last 15 to 20 years, this list has been much more difficult to build than my least favorite players list. And there are a handful of guys that missed the top 10, but I still want to give them their respect. So let's jump right into these honorable mentions. Brett Favre, Tramon Williams, Charles Woodson, Jamal Williams, Zadarius Smith, Christian Watson, and Bo Melton. For some reason or another, these guys really resonated with me, and they're definitely in my top 20 all time, but this is a top 10 list. So let's jump into number 10. John Kuhn. And I don't know why when I was 11 or 12 I was such a big fan of this guy, but I just was. Maybe it was because it was fun saying his name every time he got the ball.
Under 2 to go, John Kuhn.
I don't really know, but he has a spot in my heart and in this top 10 list. So shout out John Kuhn. Moving on to number 9, we have Randall Cobb, and it was just way too hard to leave Cobb off of this list. I'm sure he became a fan favorite for everyone immediately after his insane first game against the Saints.
Breaking tackles on his way into Saints territory, and the second round draft choice goes all the way for a touchdown.
And one thing I will never forget is that he got a punctured lung in the 2015 playoff game thanks to being mic'd up, and it took him out of the game. But overall, my favorite Randall Cobb memory has to be the 4th and 8 play for the division in Chicago. Coming in at number 8 is Clay Matthews. Now, I've had a Clay Matthews fathead up on my wall for the last 12 years or so. This guy is one of the most exciting and awesome players of the early 2010s. And one of my earliest memories I have of Clay Matthews was him giving Kevin Kolb a concussion, thus giving Mike Vick another chance in the NFL. Overall, my favorite Clay Matthews memory is probably his double forced fumble against the Giants in the 2017 playoff game, and I was actually at that game.
I haven't heard a whistle yet, and Matthews, the guy who made the hit, is on top of the ball.
But nobody can forget
Spill it, Pickett! Spill it!
Black box.
Off to a minute off.
Clay Matthews triggered it loose. Matthews with the biggest play of the game today. 3rd turnover, Pittsburgh.
Moving on to number 7, we have Rasul Douglas, the definition of lightning in a bottle. I remember watching that Thursday night Cardinals game at college with a friend, and I was begging Kyler to throw a pick, and he did exactly that. What a legacy changer for Rasul. Then he went on an insane run of interception and pick sixes. Unfortunately, I could say this for most guys on this list, but I wanted so bad for Rasul to be a Super Bowl champion. It killed me when they traded him, and for them only to go on a run and then be in need of a corner. I will never forget about Rasul Douglas. Moving on to number 6, we got Jordy Nelson, and I don't really have to explain this one. Just a great player with an outstanding connection to Aaron Rodgers, countless big-time plays, 9 catches for 140 yards and a touchdown in the Super Bowl. And I think my all-time favorite Jordy Nelson play was against the Bears during the run the table year. The game was tied, and Rodgers hit him with a bomb to set up the game-winning field goal.
He's got it inside the 20.
At spot number 5 on this list, we have Jair Alexander, and this one kind of hurts. I really wish they had kept him for this upcoming season. He brought the energy both on and off the field.
Right to Texas.
I'm just here to tell you, Pack is back.
And I think my favorite Jair moment was the 2022 Christmas Day game in Miami. His interception and the post-game interview was an awesome moment on the holiday.
So I'm just lining up. I seen number 10 motion over. Hey, Jones. Here. I seen number 10 coming across the field. I said, oh, snap, he fast. So I bagged off. When I bagged off, I seen him coming. He ran right in front of me. I was like, wow, is he really overthrowing it? Took it down the sideline, turned up with my guys, gave the football to a little kid wearing 23.
I also want to bring up how leading up to the Dallas playoff game in 2024, he didn't practice much. But he came up with an interception in the first quarter of that game that set the tone for the rest of it. I thought it was so sick, and I still do to this day. I hope he balls out in Baltimore this season. At number 4 on this list, the only current player is Josh Jacobs. This guy's only played 1 season for the Packers, and he's already one of my all-time favorite players. He very quickly became a leader of the team and made sure to lead by example. Watching him play running back fires me up, and it honestly makes me want to run through a brick wall. I traded for him in fantasy football a couple weeks into the season last year, and this only added to the legend of Josh Jacobs. I very much look forward to watching him play more this season and hopefully winning a Super Bowl. At the 3rd spot on this list, we have Aaron Jones, the definition of a player that carries the G. A very good player when healthy on the field, and he seemed like an even better dude off the field. He delivered some big-time moments over the years. I can't forget the overtime winner versus the Buccaneers, and I was actually front row at that game too. The 4-touchdown game in Dallas. And I even traded for him in fantasy football that week leading up to the game, but it got vetoed, so that really didn't make me happy. An overall insanely talented player that gave his all to Green Bay and the Packers.
Jones is going to reach and get it. His 4th.
At number 2, we have Davante Adams. I remember I bought his jersey, I think after his rookie year, way before he was a great player and a fan favorite. I rode with my guy all the way, and he eventually became the best wide receiver in all of football. Such an elite talent with a ton of memorable moments.
Inside the 10. Touchdown. Rodgers out to his right downfield. He's got Adams. Welcome to week 14. Touchdown Green Bay.
And I think his performance in the Seattle playoff game is my favorite. And I was even at that game too. The walk-off versus the Browns was also a great moment in what was a forgettable season.
Throw it. Ooh, that's a dangerous throw, and it's a first down and to the end zone. Davante Adams and the Packers have won it in overtime.
I actually have his Raiders jersey too, and maybe I need to get the Jets and Rams one. I hope he does well this season. And coming at number 1, it's got to be Aaron Rodgers, without a doubt my favorite player of all time. This is my GOAT. I can probably go on for days talking about his career, his best moments, how he should have won more Super Bowls, and whatever else. And my favorite Aaron Rodgers throw of all time is this one right here, and it often gets forgotten because of the throw a few plays later. 4th and 20 in his own end zone, rolling to the left, and it's a 60-yard strike to extend the game. And I remember I was at SeaWorld watching the Pat McAfee show the day he said he wanted to be a Jet. Unfortunately, I will never forget that. But I rooted for him on the Jets, and I will root for him on the Steelers. And a Packers-Steelers Super Bowl would stress me out, but that championship Sunday would probably be the best day of my entire life. I'm hoping for MVP number 5 and Super Bowl number 2 for the boy.